With apologies to John Muir, the woods are calling, and we must go. Good morning. It's a really windy day here. We are in Eno River State Park on the Eno Quarry Trail in a section of the park that I have actually never been in. This is the Cave Lands access, and we are coming up close to the Eno Quarry, and there's apparently some danger that we need to keep our eye out open for. Steep sides and deep water, and we're not going swimming today because it's in the 50s. It is a beautiful day. Like I said, breezy. We're having a great time walking through these woods. So thank you for joining us today. And I hope you enjoy the sights and sounds of Eno River State Park as much as we do. Cool. There's a little ford to get over this part of the river here.
Ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Good, good. Nice. Okay, right here. Good work. All right, sit on that top step and wait for me.
I'm ready.
There you go. Nice. He sure did.
The loose one had a pin.
All right. Well done, guys. There's the quarry. But the river actually flows through it. Maybe not. I think the river must be on the other side, over the other side of that hill. Okay, well, it's still really neat looking. It sure did. Of course, no trip anywhere near water for us is complete without throwing some rocks in the water.
Now, again. Oh, I missed. Did one.
Did it make it into the water?
I missed.
Across the quarry lake, you could see the ramp that they used to pull the... We're going to be walking right across, it looks like. That's where they used to drag the rocks up and out of the quarry. Okay, so here is that quarry ramp we were just talking about, Bets. The road came down this way, and then it probably circled the outer wall on its way down to the bottom. Man, what a pretty day. Well, the trail came up this old road, and the road bends off that direction, but the trail comes up on this ridge right here. All right, here's some stairs to go down.
The bendy stick.
Bubs, you still got our map?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've never been to this part of the park before, and I had no expectations, but I certainly wasn't expecting to see something as beautiful as this today. Totally worth it.
I can do it. Like I'm doing it. Watch where I'm. I did it by myself.
You did. Nice work. We are coming down the hill towards the river on Cave Lands Trail. We are no longer on the Eno Quarry Trail. This is going to take us down to the river, and according to the park map, we're supposed to be able to see the foundation for the cave mill itself, the dam that went across the Eno that fed it with water.
I don't like those
What
Look at
trees?
them.
These? These are rhododendron trees and mountain laurels. They make really pretty flowers in the spring and the summertime.
No, they're wiggly.
They're waggly,
And wiggly.
wiggly and waggly. Take cover? From what?
Very windy.
It is very windy. Look over here, look, look. See this stone wall here? This is where the water would run down through here. Let's walk down this way and see what we can see. Oh. This is the old mill race. So the water would be channeled down here, and somewhere along this mill race here would be the mill building itself.
Maybe the mill building got very exploded.
Yeah, it's definitely not here anymore, but it would have been along here somewhere. See the dog swimming down in the water?
Oh, it's one.
Yeah. The people building the mill would usually just fill in the gaps in where those great big rocks would sit to create the dam for the mill, which we still haven't reached the end of the mill race. Looks like this is where the mill race comes down and goes back into the river. So that means somewhere around here was where that cave mill was located. So the mill foundation should be around here somewhere. I just don't see a big stack of stones that you would associate with a foundation for a decent sized building. Do you, Bets? Do you, Benny? Do you see any big stones piled up over here? I don't know what's going on over here. I see lots of earthworks, but I don't see
What?
I don't see a mill foundation. Maybe all the stones were pulled up and used somewhere else. Possible. That happened a lot. Oh, nope. There it is. Oh no, I don't know if we can get over there. But yeah, that's definitely the stone foundation for the mill. We've gone back down the trail a little ways, and now we're going to bushwhack slightly so we can get back to that mill foundation. We're gonna go down the mill race and see if we can get to the base of the mill itself.
Let's go down there and see.
Cool. Looks like it's brick lined on the inside. It's a little muddy over here, so be careful, guys. So there's
A little bit muddy.
stacked stone from the quarry. There's a brick arch under there. A nice hole through the wall, which we may climb through in a minute. Oh, and there's brick on the outside of this archway too. That one's all full of mud. You can see some of the bricks that fell out on the ground there.
It's too muddy. I found a brick here to stand on. It's very loose.
See the thorns? It's called greenbrier.
Dad, don't touch it. There's another over there.
Yep, another over there. There's another big one growing right down there on the ground.
Don't touch them.
Whoa, is that a train? Wow, listen to that. We did our hiking at Eno, and then we had our picnic lunch. And now we are walking a nature trail in the woods next to the Bennett place, which is a state historic site. It's the spot where Confederate General Joseph Johnston signed the surrender to General Sherman, and it's right here in Durham, North Carolina. And when we're done walking this nature trail, we will head back over there and see the house where that the last major surrender of the Civil War took place. And see that house right there, Bubs?
Yeah.
That is the Bennett place. Who do we know that's named Bennett?
I don't know.
Who do we know?
Betty.
Who do we know that's name is Bennett?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Because it's the same name as me. I don't like to look in here.
You okay, BB?
And pickles.
Yeah, look. In that drawing, this is where General Sherman and General Johnston sat. This is where.
When I was very young.
Well, this was 150 years ago, so
That
yeah.
reminded me when I was very 13.
You were 13 once? No, not yet. But
I-
this right here, this is where Johnston and Sherman sat and signed the peace treaty ending the Civil War. I get chills when I come to places like this. Hi, BB! According to the plaque on this bandstand, it was first built in November 1916, which means next month this little stone building turns 100 years old. Happy birthday, bandstand. You don't look a day over 85.
Come on.
Right here, you need to come in.
Wait. Yeah.
Hillsborough is that way, up the road, and Durham is that way, down the road. And so what happened on the day that the surrender was signed, General Johnston and his men came up the road from Hillsborough. They came this way. And General Sherman and his men came from Durham that way. And they parked. Yeah. They rode over here by the well. And they parked their horses underneath this oak tree. And then General Johnston and General Sherman went into the house and sat down and signed the treaty ending the war. And then they came back and got their horses and they trotted out of here. 150 years ago. Crazy. Whoa, that horse!
That horse.
Betsy was trotting away. Thanks for joining us today on our exploration of local history. It's always interesting to find out some of the stuff that's gone on in and around your hometown. And I mean, everybody's heard of Appomattox and the surrender of General Lee to General Grant, but that was only the start of the surrender process, really. The final large surrender of the Civil War happened right here in this part of Durham, not 100 yards down that path here from the parking lot. So, you know, it's an adventure out there. You can find adventure anywhere. I mean, right here in your own hometown. So get out there and see what you can find. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.